BMX biking still a thing? I don't care. What's up, guys? It's me, Casey, review kids review kid shows, and let's review a totally gnarly, radical, extreme 80s movie. Excellent! Okay, I'm not gonna do that voice during this review, but I am gonna take a look at BMX Bandits. I'm totally serious. This was a thing back in the 80s. I mean, I guess bikes were really popular back then. Well, I take a bike myself everywhere I go. I yet to have my own car. But never mind that. We're going to talk about BMX Bandits. And, well, let's stop me if you think this premise sounds ridiculously stupid. A trio of kids going on bikes, having an adventure, and stopping some bank robbers. Stop! Okay, that does sound ridiculous. Just take a look at this movie. It just screams 80s. I was not born in the 80s, but even I think this is ridiculous. Heck, I bet people in the 80s and kids alike who saw this film thought it was ridiculous. I mean, it's pretty obscure too. I mean, I don't think anyone ever remembers this film. And I get the feeling they don't want to remember it, given how stupid the premise is. And not to be these kids' names. PJ, Judy, and Goose. What the heck's kind of nickname is a Goose? Is that an actual name? If so, what cruel parents? Even though, who would be cruel enough to call a guy Goose? I mean, seriously? They're like calling a guy a duck or a rabbit. Not to mention what they're wearing. Do people really wear outfits like that way back in the 80s? Oh my goodness, that's just ridiculous. I mean, those things may look cool in the 80s, but now they just look like this. There's no word to describe it. But let's take a look at the robbers. Mainly the Boss, Whitey, and Mustache. That's seriously the names. Okay, do nicknames just stink back in the 80s? Or just downright goofy? But, hey, point out the obvious. The guy is the big boss. And the other guy has a mustache. And the other guy has white hair. Oh, so these nicknames just state the obvious, huh? Ugh. Not only that, but this is some of the dumbest villains I ever saw in cinema. I mean, they're making the Wet Bandits look like the Godfather at this point. And seriously, they got smart by teenagers dressed like this again. And who also names PJ, Judy, and Goose. Who comes up with these names? Seriously, back in the 80s? Overall, this is a dumb movie. Is it entertaining? Yeah, somewhat. And it's one of those it's so bad it's good films too. I mean, the actors are sort of having fun with this role. And to be fair, this is not the worst film that the 80s had to give us. And I guess some of those jokes were kind of funny. And, well, it's just one of those films that if you're a big fan of dumb kids films with involved bikes, I guess this film is okay with ya. And I guess it's overall rating of 3 out of 10. It's not one of the worst, but it definitely could have been better. Yeah, that was a film that happened. Not one of the best, not one of the worst. But yeah, it's a dumb film, really. But powerful enough, so if you want to show your kid it, I see no harm in it. Just don't expect any grand thing to happen in the film. But overall, yeah. And that's my final take. And that's all for today, guys. See you all next time. Farewell, friends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out all other social media pages. The links will be in the description below.